Alright everyone, you've asked for some narration in terms of how I fly the jet, so let's see what I can come up with here. Getting on probably my favorite map out of all the other ones for jet. Unfortunately, it's also one of the shortest matches you'll ever run into. Just, I don't know, not enough tickets, but hey, whatever. I just like how it's got a lot of rolling hills and stuff, it's got a lot of flat area, good spot for me to land and repair if I need to, though the best map for landing and repairing is going to be Operation Firestorm. So while I'm changing squads here and trying to get my buddies over in one, this is a cool way to show you guys how to make a squad private. You create a new squad, then you go down to where it says privacy, and your squad is private. Only your friends can join in. Note the little RPG that's just sitting there on the left. That's a fun little touch. So as I'm taking off here, just some notes about my setup. As always, I always like to mention I run Southpaw, and I like doing that. You can see when I'm in my third-person view, there's a lot of maneuvering with my rudder. I use the rudder all the time, and a good jet pilot is really good at using that rudder pretty much constantly. Right now I'm ruddering to the right, and you can see I'm ruddering to the left, and down to the right again. So I'm constantly using that rudder to move in a certain direction to help me turn faster, and that's definitely going to help out. You can see I'm trying my best right now. I think I got the gag it. Trying to keep myself maneuvering, and that rudder gives me that extra 5–10% of turning capability that really enables me to get those kills. So that's why rudder is just so useful. My selection for loadout, I like to run guided missile, as you noticed. Obviously air radar is very important, and then the other one is going to be flares. Extinguisher just isn't good enough, I find, unless you've got a really good jet pilot you're going up against who only uses guns. And if that's the case, you might as well just stay on the foot. Just get on the ground and cap flags. That's how you're going to be more useful, to be honest. Let's see other things. MPH had asked me to specifically explain speed and how I use speed. Now, I don't use speed like the best jet pilots. I'm nowhere near that level yet, but I am good at turning and stuff. And what you'll find is that I use my afterburner quite a bit to build up my speed. I prefer to be moving fast, and then I can slow down if needed. I find myself in a good position for that. I like using it that way because I'm able to evade stingers and stuff much faster, and obviously that's important to keep my speed up. Probably could use to go a little bit slower, but that's alright. One thing that you'll notice also, if you look at my speed right now, I'm currently moving at 300 and something, so I'm trying to close with the enemy. Now obviously I'm braking and trying to get in with them. I also notice that when I hit the afterburner and I start speeding up, my aim becomes more fine-tuned. And the reason for that is because the jet is less responsive to making turns and stuff like that. It's the most responsive between about 300 and 315 for your speed. And what you see right there is why I like using guided missile. You get really good at using it. You can take out pretty much anybody in you know, the light jeeps and stuff, and they have no idea that you're doing it. Especially useful for ATVs and stuff. Here you see I just got another one off, I think. Not sure, but yes I did, because I got a vehicle this way. A lot of times you end up with disables. I don't care. You know what, it slows down the enemy, it takes away something that they can be using. And in the case of C4, it's great fun because you kill them so easily. So as you can see, I'm zooming off away from the battle area. I don't like to loiter over objectives that much, especially with stingers being so uber powerful as they are now. I like to call them noob cannons for a reason. And we saw a nice little glitch just now with my view. Sometimes it'll glitch out and I'm zoomed out or zoomed in. Especially on guided missile, I'll be zoomed out, and when go back to cockpit, I'm like zoomed in, and sometimes it's very disoriented. Sometimes you can use it to snipe, but usually not. Look at the air radar there, you can see the chopper is locked onto me, so I do the typical thing. I just fired my flares off, he's shooting at me, and notice how I'm coming after him at about a 30-degree angle towards him, but mostly straight up. And the reason for that, he just can't match my climb. So at that point, the chopper's either going to fall all the way back to the ground and suicide, or he's going to give up. In this case, he obviously gave up. He's looking at other targets, and it's going to end up hurting him in the long run, so I was able to swing around and kill him. Best way to shoot a chopper. Never go at the same plane of existence with him. If you have to go down, go down. It's always fun to watch them on the air radar try to follow you and crash right into the ground because they're trying to follow you down. But, yep. And you can see that the other jet pilot is actually pretty decent. He's gotten quite a few kills. That's always nice because it enables you to be a little bit more ground attack oriented and support them. Now I just saw someone got a kill with a mortar, so I'm trying to find mortar, because mortars are easy kills with guided missile. I think someone in the group ended up getting them, unfortunately. A couple days ago. Now I just saw a tank shell go up, and look at there's a tank right there. So what I like to do is I lock and I fire off my guided missile right off the bat. Maybe he'll smoke, maybe it'll hit him, maybe it'll kill someone that's trying to repair next to him. But if I don't see anybody else, I just like to hold out that guided missile at times. I'm pretty sure he's got smoke, but you can see now I'm holding the guided missile to see. While I'm doing this, I'm holding the brakes. And I see that there's a Jeep. Jeep is a higher priority target for me because I can get kills better or if they disable. Now that guy can't get out of his base, he's got to go on foot. He's stuck, and that really ruins their plans. It slows down the enemy team quite a bit. So again, you can see I'm
Avast, virus database has been updated.
And my antivirus just decided to update. That's exciting. There we go. Again, I'm attacking the chopper from above, preferably behind as well. Kind of their blind spot. Very difficult for them to see. I'm trying to match his turn, but at some point I'm just going to have to break off, as I do just now. And typically I like to go straight up, gain some altitude, and then nose over, get right behind him again. Now I noticed that the jets are up, but they haven't been causing that much of a problem, and to be quite honest, I prefer to go after choppers simply because choppers usually get a higher percentage of kills. Usually the enemy likes to just, you know, fail a lot of jets as soon as they get disabled, so it's much more difficult to get kills with jet cannons, so that's what I'm looking to do there. And now again, there's a tank coming out of the base. I spotted a guy. I was gonna go and try to gun him, but then I saw a guy spawn or spot bonus, so there goes that. And again, I'm powering away with afterburners really fast, and now I'm positioning myself. So now I'm hitting the full brakes. I'm looking. I see a tank coming out of the base. It's getting totally raped by our team, which is what you would come to expect at this point. Even on 500% tickets, this match still goes really fast. So, try to explain what I'm doing. Again, if you notice the rudder as I'm maneuvering around, always using my rudder. I see guys going to the tank. I wish that somebody would go to that Jeep. That Jeep is a much better, more tempting target. And I'll probably dump, yep, there I go. I like to dump that missile. You never know. And look, what do you know, I got a kill. You never know when guided missile will get your kill. So, sometimes it's just fun. And I'm behind this guy. Look at that, I got a kill. Yay. Again, immediately going in afterburners, getting my speed up so I can try to figure out where that other jet went off to. And, there he is. I like to get very aggressive, and unfortunately when I'm in tanks or other vehicles, I find myself using that sprint button a little bit too often, and it gets me killed most of the time. But here's an example of I disabled the guy, and he's gonna bail out, which is fine. I mean, I wasn't able to stay behind him, and he's over the base, so that's a smart thing to do. But he didn't bail out, so he's a moron. There you go. Poor tank, poor chopper, I mean, it's just getting owned. And again, I see the chopper there, so I'm going full vertical, coming back down again. I'll probably switch to guided missile to see what I can find. Now I'm going after that tank with guns. Okay. disable the tank. A lot of times tanks run with smoke rounds, so obviously you want to try to take those out if you can. And it looks like we're losing Alpha, but there's a jet that just took off. Jets, when you get good, jets like to come after you like bat out of hell, man. That's all they care about. They want to shoot you down. They don't care if they die in the process. They're just full high risk, low reward, attack you head on, full afterburner, guns blazing, and usually they'll either kill you, or what usually happens is they'll go into a suicide. They'll just ram you. So to avoid that ram, what I like to do is just never turn directly into a jet. I'll turn towards him, and I'll try to just look away from them and stuff. This poor jet guy got disabled, and now he's at the position where he can land. I don't know if he landed or not, but you notice that I was completely fixated on that target, did not notice the fact that I had a jet on my tail. So now I'm trying to go around, be able to destroy, so that guy bailed, and you can see the suicide. You can see as I'm turning, what I started getting in the habit of doing is holding the left brake, or left trigger, which is my brake, and I like to just I tap that, or I pull it every second or twice a second, depending on how I'm maneuvering, and I find that helps me be very quick when I am maneuvering. There you go, another random guided jet, or guided missile kill fellas inside. And I disabled that chopper, so hopefully our chopper will be okay. Again, going high up, coming around brake, and I'm always holding down that brake when I'm trying to come in and make my strafing run. Powering away at afterburner, get me the position so that I can come back and make another pass. Now I noticed vehicle destroyed, but nobody got killed on the feed. I want to see if I can kill anybody, but the chopper got real close to me, and I don't like to ram the chopper if I can help it, so I'm getting away from that. You can see we're already halfway through the match. We still have all 4 caps flag, and he's not really putting up much of a fight, and we're also just taking them out from the beginning, from the spawns. And there goes that tank. Again, afterburner pulling away. You see I'm still using my rudder. I'm still ruddering left or right. My right thumb really gets a lot of work when I'm playing this game, because I rarely ever just go straight. And that helps an awful lot when it comes to maneuvering, to getting the enemy jet off my tail to make them think I'm moving one way instead of another. You can see that pilot bailed out there. I'm okay with pilots bailing as long as it's within their territory or within their territory. Whatever. I do it too. I understand. So, now I gotta go back and use guided missiles. Try to figure out where the hell that jet pilot landed. I don't see him. So I'm giving up and I'm gonna take a look at that tank. But now I see that there's another one coming up. Notice how I roll over upside down. I like to do that so I'm in prime position to pull up and down, instead of pulling up into the air, into the sky. And the reason for that is because pulling down enables me to brake while I'm doing it, versus pulling up straight, I've got to use the afterburner. And I find that I can turn much faster when I pull down towards the ground than when I pull up towards the sky. Not only that, but it also allows me to go below radar. You'll see right here I'm probably going to hit below radar in a second. They really nerfed the hell out of below radar, unfortunately, so it doesn't really mean much anymore. So, yep, tank to the right, I see it, start locking on. I dump my guided missile right off the bat. There we go, got the kill. So, it's kind of nice having that guided. I know a lot of people like using the rocket pod, but I'll tell you what, for spotting things, nothing beats using that guided missile. It's just too damn useful. Now again, I'm holding down the brakes, I'm using the guns, trying to strafe. I didn't get it, so pull away full afterburner, full speed ahead. A lot of times when I have friends that are running, I like to fall in behind them or with them so that I can make sure I don't collide with them. Also, it's nice because a lot of times they end up getting the attention of stingers and iglos and stuff, and I don't. One thing you have to be careful with, by the way, when you're using your afterburners, is, man, you light yourself up like a flare. If there's someone behind you, the last thing you want to be doing is using your afterburners because they can easily see you there. It's very nice and easy for them to pick up on. And there's a chopper, poor guy taking off. And got some markers on him. Again, going vertical straight up. I know he's completely ignoring me, so I'm going to roll back around. And I'm going to get on his tail and see if I can finish him off. Meanwhile, Nexus is in the jet, and he's currently negotiating with the other jet. There we go. And now it's time to go help my wingman. So you can see that I just do a little kind of zigzag maneuver. That's so that this guy can get past me and I can get behind him. A lot of times what I like to do is maneuver in a three-dimensional space. So if I know that an enemy is coming up on me, it's not enough that I just hold the brakes. I prefer instead to go at 90-degree angles one way than another, and that enables them to fly past because obviously they've got a shorter distance to straight line. Here we go, I just noticed a Jeep that nobody else seems to have noticed, so guided missile out. I gotta disable. Alright, so those are guys that are now going to be forced to run into Delta where maybe they would have gone into Alpha had they not been disabled. Or maybe they'll sit there and repair their Jeep. In this case, I believe they ended up running to Delta.
Defend this objective.
So I'm still looking for targets. I see none. I see a jet taking off. Again, I'm upside down so I can get in the perfect position to go after them. There we go. Sometimes we like to play ring around the pole. Yay, it's fun. Pole dancing. Alright, that time he decided to be a boss and use his ECM. And ECM is okay, but I'll tell you what, right there he did something he shouldn't have done, which is pull straight up. Now if it wasn't for me running into my teammates, I probably would have been okay. I get out, and this is fun. I was going to steal that jet, but it didn't work, so I parachute in, fire off my RPG, and just smaw the fuck out of him right before I died. That was fun. I felt real good about that. Okay, like I did not. Remember, they have spawn protection, so you have to wait till they start moving, either throttling up or hitting the afterburner, then you know you can nail them. Spawn protection didn't help me. I noticed, by the way, you can see there's a guy mortaring by Delta, so now I'm like, come on, get me in the jet, so I can fly over and guided missile him. Anyway, like I was gonna say, you know, I used to do a lot of spawn killing. I don't really spawn kill anymore. What I prefer to do, which is more, in my opinion, a lot more demoralizing and a lot more annoying, is I'll wait for them to start taking off, I'll pull in right behind them, and I'll just blow the hell out of them. And, you know what? It's not spawn killing because they had the chance to get up in the sky, they just didn't have much of a chance in general. Oh well. Look, that RPG is still sitting there. I don't know what the hell happened with that, but... anyway. So here we go, taking off again. Now I'm full brakes right now. I'm going real slow. I'm trying to figure out where the enemies are. I can see there's a tank. There's a guy in the woods. I'm going to see if I can pick off. And I got a hit marker on him, but I had to pull up because I can see Nexus is getting shot at by one of our jets, or our enemy jets. So we get on his tail, and there we go, got him. Again, when I'm looking at him, I'm using the brakes. Unless I need to maneuver. If I need to maneuver, I'll burst tap, like you can see right there. I'm burst tapping the afterburner, so stick in, stick out, like that. And that turns the afterburners on and off just enough to get me a little bit of a burst of speed. Usually that's enough to get me up to the 300s. If you remember earlier I mentioned that's the fastest turn capability. So that's what's really helpful. And again, tank. Now I know he got owned, but there might be someone on the ground. I'm looking, I don't see anybody. Look back in my base, see what's there. I know that there's a huge spawn. Nobody's in the spawn. Again, you can see I'm using my rudder. I'm ruddering left at the moment, so I'm ruddering downward. There's a jeep right there, and that guy is going to just get owned by everything. He got owned by the chopper. And yeah, unfortunately, I think I ended up with 23 kills on this match or something like that, so not a ton. But see, guided missile helped me pick that guy out immediately, which I see he's over by the rocks. So again, full brakes. I'm just trying to slide in, use the rudder to make my direction. Boom, kill. burst away with afterburner and get my speed back up again in case of stingers or something. You want to think of yourself as a shark, and that's what I usually do when I'm flying the jet. I'm a shark. I come in, I make my kill or whatever, and then I just kind of wag my tail away at full afterburner. You'll notice that a lot too when I leave. I don't know why I do this. I kind of swing my rudder around left and right. All right, here we go. Another chopper taking off, and he got nailed by Nexus. That was cool. Now I'm gonna check out and see. I saw there was some action at Alpha. I'm gonna dump that missile just in case. And whenever I'm turning, I'm almost always hitting the brakes because I want to turn sharply to get around and see what I'm looking at. Poor guy went underneath the gas tank, so gas station. All right. Again, you notice what I just did right there. I did like a little bit of a corkscrew maneuver. That was to bleed off some space so I can get behind the guy that's currently behind Nexus. And again, I'm using that tap thing. I'm using my rudder. I'm using all those things to allow me to get behind someone. I disable him. Now there's 2 jets in the sky, so a lot of times I like to go and immediately move on to the next jet if there's a second jet up, because I want to get my save my wingman there. In this case it's Nexus. I want to make sure he's good, and usually the guys bail out anyway, so what's the point of chasing after them? You saw I was just trying to get that other guy. Didn't quite make it. And this is what's really annoying, is when your guns overheat and they get on cooldown, and you try to get them again, and it just doesn't work. Again, you see I got the kill. I'm punching away at full afterburner. I'm using my left and right rudder just to swing myself around like a sharky shark, and I am checking my scoreboard. I want to see what's going on. I see a missile trail came from Charlie, and I see a jeep there. Did I get the missile dumped? I did, and I got the disable. So that group of enemies is now stuck at Charlie, at least for a little bit longer. Gives my team a little bit of chance to catch up. Alright, enemy chopper spotted. Going down, again, full brakes. Now I'm using my left rudder to get my rounds on target. And I actually hit him. That's kind of funny. Full afterburner up. And there we go. Going up in the air, coming back around. And I see that chopper is gone. I know I got that. The other chopper nailed him. I think this video is coming close to an end here. There we go, another guy in front of me. And I know a lot of people, I was just talking to some people today about this, a lot of people feel like, I make this look easy. I guess I do, but, it just takes a lot of time. I mean, I've got, I don't know how many hours in the jet. And, if I didn't have all that time in the jet, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. That's for sure. So let's see if I can go on Battlelog and figure out how many hours I've got. There's another one there coming in, getting behind him. I got him disabled, and one thing that pisses the hell out of me is you get him disabled. You almost always get him disabled just as the guy gets out of your gun range. You just can't finish him off. There are people that are so much better at using the guns than I am and manage just one round burst and then you die. I have no idea how they're able to do that, but you know what? They're able to do it. So let's see if I can find out in vehicles how much time I've got spent in the vehicle. I've spent 76 hours in the Frogfoot, 83 hours in the Flanker, 70.5 hours in the Hornet, and 41 hours and 40 minutes in the A-10 Thunderbolt. So together, God, that's like what, 300 hours basically that I've spent in jets. And about 10 hours in the F-35. So, I'm used to this. I know what I'm doing, and that's just how it works. Okay, what's going on now? I don't know if I'm still recording or not anymore. Close out some windows and see if it's causing it to crash or not. I'm gonna stop this now because I don't know what's going on. Windows Movie Maker seems to crashly minimize Back up again. Nope. Alright, doing this. Yep. Minimize, maximizing didn't work. Alright. Well, hope this helped. Let me know if there's other things you want me to comment on in terms of flying. I'll see if I can find something that goes along with it. Alright. See you later.
Spotted a hostile jet. Over. Neutralize the objective. Defend this objective. The objective has been taken. All objectives maintained, secured, and safe. Keep your eyes open. I spotted a hostile helicopter. Over. Defend this objective. Got a hostile jet. Over. We have lost the objective. Attack this objective. Attack this objective. The objective has been lost. Be aware of spotted a hostile fast mover. Over. Keep your eyes open. I've spotted a hostile soldier in your AO. Over. We have lost the objective. We have lost the objective. Defend this objective.
The objective has been neutralized. Repeat, objective has been neutralized. All units, we have lost the objective. Great work, the objective has been taken. Millimeter artillery strike is commencing on the comms tower to the north. Lead out.
We got an enemy big fucking tank on the move in the AO. We've neutralized the objective. Objective has been taken. Great work, men.